Hi guys, this is Aviation, English for Aviation. I guess last session we studied up to page 47. We finished this part, we talk about the pictures, about the duration and what happened in these pictures based on the time. And so let's go to the next page, Unit 6. What is it? Is it right? Yes. Listen to the announcement. Complete the sentences below. There are some sentences here. We are going to listen to this part and we are going to fill in the blanks. Let's listen.
Unit 6, Exercise 5.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the captain again. I apologise for the delay this evening. I'm afraid there are severe delays at Wessex due to air traffic. Wessex has got a noise abatement curfew, so we can't land after 11 p.m. We're being diverted to Exeter. Please accept our sincere apologies for the inconvenience. We know this will mess up a lot of your plans. The cabin crew will continue to look after you until we reach Exeter. Ground staff in Exeter will be available to make sure you reach your final destination as soon as possible.
Okay. Now we're going to listen and fill in the blanks. You see, I have highlighted them. Listen.
Unit 6, Exercise 5.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is the captain again. I apologise for the delay this evening.
I apologize. It means I say so. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I apologize for delay this evening. We were late, so I say sorry.
I'm afraid there are severe delays at Wessex due to air.
I'm afraid. There are severe delays. You see, he's going to say sorry because actually they are going to have lots of delays from now on.
Traffic. Wessex has got a noise abatement curfew, so we can't land after 11 p.m.
We can't land. So we can't land. Because of these noise abatement curfew and because of the delays, we cannot land. We can't land after 11 p.m.
We've been diverted to Exeter. Please accept.
We have been diverted, changed to Exeter. You see, we have been changed to diverted to Exeter.
Our sincere apologies for the inconvenience.
Accept our sincere apologies means that we are really, really sorry. Accept our sincere, honest apologies, excuses.
Know this will mess up a lot of your plans. The cabin crew will continue to look after you until we reach Exeter.
Okay, we know this will mess up a lot of your plans. It means we are aware. We do understand it. And the cabin crew will continue to, they are going to help you, continue to look after you. They are going to help you.
Ground staff in Exeter will be available to make sure you reach your final destination
Available. This is available.
as soon as possible.
So let's go to this part. Apologies. When we want to say sorry, explain the problem, offer a solution. Apology means say sorry, excuse me. Apologizing. I'm really sorry about the delay. I apologize for making you wait. Offering a solution. You see, when you have a problem, you first you first say sorry, apologize for it. You may offer a solution. We hold a while longer. We can sort things out for you now. See, this offering is not somehow right, but they have to continue. They say, okay, we are sorry for the delay. We have problem, and we are going to solve the problems or do the troubleshooting. We are going to do that, but uh, at last, you should explain the problem. What was the problem? The airport is covered with dense fog. We had some trouble with the computer. You see, first he does the apology, and then he says that we are going to do it. We try to troubleshoot it. Actually, we are going to solve the problem. At the end, he says that we had such kind of problem. Weather condition was the problem, computer problem. You see, based on the difficulty and the situation. It's going to explain it. Think of a problem you have experienced, answer the question. How was the problem explained? You should think about this part and answer. What apology was offered? Offering, offering apology. How did they explain it? And what was the solution of the offer? You see, in this part we have apologies. We say that, excuse me, we're sorry. In this part, we explain that we are going to solve it, and in the last part, we are going to explain what was the problem. So, answer the questions, and we're going to cover. Sorry, apologies. Excuse me. Let's go to the next part. We covered this part. Actually, we just covered this part. Listen to the Flight Information Service (FIS) Flight Information Service broadcast and note the 9 pieces of information. You see, in this part, there is some information. First, we're going to listen. After listening, we're going to pay attention and write the information in this box. Let's listen. Number 10. Number 40. Wait a minute, I should find it.
Unit 6, Exercise 10.
Information Romeo 20000 scattered 8000 visibility 14 kilometers temperature wind 310 8 knots altimeter 30.00 expect ILS or visual to runway 24 at 33 advice on worst contact you have information Romeo.
Okay, it's good for you. So, you see, based on the numbers, I have highlighted them with different colors. Let's listen again and put them in this part.
Unit 6, Exercise 10.
Information Romeo 200.
So, the first information is information Romeo. The next one is 2000 Zulu. Do you remember the codes that I told you to remember?
Zulu scattered 8000
So, in this part, we have a scattered 8000.
visibility 14 kilometers
Visibility, what is the visibility? 14 kilometers. Here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4. Let's go.
temperature wind 310
So temperature is here. Temperature 4 and the wind 010.
8 knots altimeter
How is the knots? 8 knots.
30.00
Altimeter. You can write it here.
expect ILS or visual to runway 24 at 33 advice on worst contact you have information Romeo.
Very good. Beautiful. So do this part. Read the text. Let me zoom in. Read the text. Why do you think the gear was up? So, number. Oh, let me find it. Number 12. Oh, we have completed almost all of it. Okay. On a clear July day, Scott Dimtamo was turning at Newark Tower when he spotted an Air India flight with 404 passengers on board making its final approach. But something didn't look right. The Boeing 747's landing gear was still up as the plane was a half-mile from landing. ATC Air India 145 Heavy, check gear down, gear appears up. Pilot wow, Roger, got it, nice timing Air India 145. The plane landed safely. So, Why do you think? Look at this part. Do you know any similar stories? And why do you think what happened? Why do you think the gear was up? The gear was up because actually maybe the pilot was so busy or something had happened. He was crazy. He forgot it anyway. He didn't have enough time to do that. I don't know. What do you think? He forgot it. Maybe he was so busy. Maybe he was distracted. Actually, he did it. You see, gear up. Do you know the meaning of gear up? Let's go to this picture. A belly landing. You see, belly shaker landing. You know it. Belly landing or gear off occurs when an aircraft lands without its landing gear fully extended and uses its underside or belly as its primary landing device. During a belly landing, there is normally extensive damage to the airplane. When actually the gear is off, there is no wheel on the land, so how can you have the good kind of landing? It is dangerous. It can make lots of problems for the body of the airplane, so it's dangerous. This is gear off or belly landing. You see the explanation behind the problem in this part. Let's go. Listen and answer the questions. Let's go to this part. Listen and answer the question. Let me zoom out so that you can see clearly. Listen. Okay. Number 42.
Unit 6, Exercise 13.
Channel 405, continue heading 270, descend 900 meters, reduce speed 180 knots, and report out to mark following me 28 left. Heading 270, descend 900 meters, reduce speed 180 knots, will report out to marker for runway 28 left, KLM 405. Channel 405, be advised on wet conditions on runway 28 left, a mixed lots of rain, lots of standing water. Approach, can I change runway? KLM 405. Negative reports of wet conditions are not critical, but adjust your speed 405. I'm pretty heavy. Listen, I'm overshooting 405. Confirm 405, I'm going round. Affirm 405 is going around. I say again, going around. Understood 405, going round, climb straight.
Okay. What speed does KLM 405 reduce to? You see? What speed? Let's listen.
Unit 6, Exercise 13.
KLM 405, continue heading 270, descend 900 meters, reduce speed 180 knots.
Okay, reduce speed 180 knots. Reduce speed 180 knots. So this is the answer for number one. And what is the condition of the runway? Let's go to see the condition of the runway.
Heading 270, descend 900 meters, reduce speed 180 knots, will report out to marker for runway 28 left, KLM 405. KLM 405, be advised on wet conditions on runway 28 left.
You see what condition? What is the condition? She's going to explain. A mix of.
Lots of rain, lots of standing water.
So this is the condition. A mix of slush and rain, lots of standing water. This is the condition for number two. Let's go to number three. What is the question? Why does KLM 405 decide to go around? Let's listen. Why does? Because it's pair.
Change runway, KLM 405. Negative reports of wet conditions are not critical, but adjust your speed 405. I'm pretty heavy.
So I'm pretty heavy. Okay.
Listen, I'm overshooting.
So why does KLM 405 decide to go around? It's pretty heavy and I'm overshooting.
05. Confirm 405, I'm going round. Affirm 405 is going around. I say again, going around. Understood 405, going round, climb straight.
Good. Let's go to the next part. What is it? Number 14. Okay. Let me read this. KLM 405 is again on approach. Listen and answer the questions. Let's listen. What does the pilot ask about and what does an approach say? Let's listen. Number 43. Yes.
Unit 6, Exercise 14.
Approach KLM 405, established on ILS 28 right. What's the situation with the runway?
Okay. You see, what does the pilot ask about? What's the situation with the runway? She's asking about the runway situation. And also we have in this part, um, look at number 2. What does the approach say? Okay, let's listen.
KLM 405, surface conditions, no person, no bird. Runway wet, flashing patches, there is slider.
You see, what does the approach say? You see, runway is wet.
Planing reported. Braking action good. Continue approach on ILS here. Number 2, number 1 is touching down. Be sure.
You see, she explained this part. So be careful about it.
Check your speed on final. Thanks. Continuing approach KLM 405.
Yeah. That's it. Let's go to number 15. Let me zoom in. Match the phrases 1 to 4 with descriptions on A to D. Number 1. What's the situation with a request for information? What is the situation with when we use this question, it means we ask request for information. Not better, no worse. A statement that means the same as before. It means it didn't change. Nothing is better than before. And actually, nothing. Oh my God. Sorry. Nothing is better and nothing is worse. Is it the same as before? Nothing has changed actually. Be sure to check a piece of advice. You see, advice, when you are giving advice to somebody, be sure to check. When we say be sure to check, we advise somebody to check it carefully. And there is a slide, aqua planning report, a description of situation. Actually, he or she is describing the situation. Let's go to number. Explain this part. Yes. Okay. You see, there is some information in this part. First, we are going to listen to the audio file based on this exchange, and we are going to answer these questions. Let's listen. Number 44.
Unit 6, Exercise 16.
Bradley approach, American 745 at 8,000 feet with Romeo.
Roger, American 745. Heading 330, descend to 5,000 feet. Vectors to runway 33, traffic pattern visual.
Approach, American 745, we have you in sight.
Cleared for visual approach, runway 33. Hang on, American 745. We got quite a bit of traffic here today. Do you mind going for runway?
You see, he says hang on. Hang on. When he says hang on, he wants to change. What is it? Hang on, let's have a change. Let's listen.
2-4.
Runway 24, no problem.
Okay, set up downwind for 2-4. Steer 060, American 745.
Affirmative, we'll go runway 24. I also need a favor. The crew have just reported a sick passenger. Would you organize an ambulance on arrival?
Affirm, American 745.
Let's listen again. Let's listen
Unit
again.
6, Exercise 16.
Bradley approach, American 745 at 8,000 feet with Romeo.
Roger, American 745. Heading 330, descend to 5,000 feet. Vectors to runway 33, traffic pattern for the visual approach.
Approach, American 745, we have you in sight.
Cleared for visual approach, runway 33. Hang on, American 745.
Did you find the hang on? See, why does approach say hang on? You see, he wants to say that he's going to change something, change of the route of the plane, Sorry, listen.
We got quite a bit of traffic here today. Do you mind going?
Why does he want to change it? Hang on, he says, hang on, in order to change the route and runway. Why? Because of the traffic. We got a quite a bit of traffic here today. They have traffic, so they want to change it.
Runway 24.
Runway 24, no.
Do you mind, you see, where is it? Do you mind to say, do you mind going for runway 24? When we say, do you mind to go on this runway, you are asking, is it okay to go on this runway? And what does it say?
Okay, mind going for runway 24.
Runway 24, no problem.
No problem, you see, and he says no problem, and he says when he says no problem, it means yes, you can go on this way.
Okay, set up downwind for 24. Steer 060 American.
Okay, look at this part. Look at number 3. Which direction does the pilot take for runway 24? Listen.
24, no problem.
Okay, set up downwind for 24. Steer 060 American.
060.
745.
Affirmative, will go runway 24. I also need a favor. The crew have just reported a sick passenger. Would you organize an ambulance on arrival?
Okay. You see, in this part, what was I mean, the answer to this part? Why does ATC ask AA4745 to use runway 4? I guess I explained it here, but let's listen again.
16.
Bradley approach. American 745 at 8,000 feet with Romeo.
Roger, American 745. Heading 330. Descend to 5,000 feet. Vectors to runway 33. Traffic pattern for the visual approach.
Approach, American 745. We have you in sight.
Cleared for visual approach, runway 33. Hang on, American 745. We got quite a bit of traffic here today.
So this was the problem for number 2. Why did we want to change it diverted? Because of the traffic over there. I guess we answered all the questions. Let's just...
Mind going for runway 24.
Runway 24, no problem.
Okay, set up downwind for 24. Steer 060 American 745.
Affirmative, will go runway 24. I also need a favor. The crew have just reported a sick passenger. Would you organize an ambulance on arrival?
Affirm, American 745. There's an A320 ahead of you on 2 mile short final. Well ahead of you. You're number 2. Clear for visual approach, runway 24. Contact tower on 120.20.
Good evening, Bradley Tower. American 745. Downwind for 24.
American 745, clear to land.
Clear to land, American 745.
Okay, that's it. We answered this part, answered this part, answered this part, and let's go to here. Let me zoom in. Request. When you want to ask something, request means asking something, wanting to do something. There is a standard phraseology for making requests. However, you frequently hear plain English. So there is a standard phraseology. اصطلاحات استاندارد وجود داره، اما ممکنه شما مثلا از انگلیسی که به غیر از اصطلاحات استاندارد باشه هم ممکنه بشنوید توی کامیونیکیشن. Can you increase your speed? You see, these are the requests to ask. Hang on, wait. Do you mind going for runway 24? Would you organize? You see, asking. All of them are asking in order to achieve something. Will you organize an ambulance on arrival? Could I ask you for latest med reports on Tokyo? You see, in this part you're asking. You can use can, hang on, do you mind, would you, and could you. So we use these expressions to make questions. Useful languages. Saying yes. Instead of saying yes, you can use no problem, yes of course, and sure. These are good expressions. And saying no, instead of just saying no, it's better to say sorry, I can't do that, it's broken, for example, it doesn't work. I'm afraid not. I don't have the key. Sorry, that won't be possible. I don't know how. When you don't know to do something, these are the good expressions in order to explain your problem. Listen to another approach exchange. WHF 2220 has just been cleared to base leg by Newberry Tower. Listen, answer the questions. These are the questions. Let's listen. You see, what altitude was the plane cleared? You see, in this part, while we are listening, you should say what altitude. And why didn't the crew know where they were too low? Why they didn't know? What was the tower main concern with the level bus? And do you think this was a language problem or operational problem? So we're going to listen to this part. After listening, we should cover completely clearly in order to find the answer. So let's listen. Number 45. 45.
Unit 6, Exercise 18.
Foxtrot 22, Newbury Tower, turn right heading 060, reduce speed to 180 knots.
Turning right, heading 060. Speed now 200 knots. Turning base leg, Fox 22.
Foxtrot 22, cleared altitude 2,500 feet. Say again, 2,500 feet. You're already...
See, he's talking about the altitude. He's talking about the altitude. What is the altitude?
22, cleared altitude 2,500 feet. Say
2,500 feet. Okay? And she's going to explain it.
again, 2,500 feet. You're already lower than that. You must stay above 2,500 feet.
2,500. Fox 22. 2,500.
So,
Foxtrot 22, yes, you're still too low. You have to be above 2,500 feet. If you could climb back up to 2,500, please, and turn right now onto 120 degrees.
Turning 120, Fox 22.
Foxtrot 22, you are still descending. You must climb now.
you see, he was wrong. Actually, in this part, they were talking about descending and he's asking for climbing. You see, there is a problem in understanding here.
2,500 feet.
2,500 feet, Fox 22.
Foxtrot 22, climb immediately. There is a mast 4 miles due east of your current position.
There is a mast, 4 miles. 4 miles mast.
Height is 1,300 feet. When you get to it, it'll be higher than you. Foxtrot 22, QNH 982. Can you confirm you're indicating 1,500?
Okay, you see, he cannot do that. You see, the problem in understanding. He says the numbers and receiving number is actually different, and the activity is completely not true.
Just got it now. I'm climbing. Reading 2,000 feet, Fox 22.
Foxtrot 22, you can level off at 2,000 feet, please, to intercept the glide path at 7 miles. You are now clear on the TV mast.
Yes. And the understanding actually, what do you think? Was it? Do you think it was a language problem or operational problem? I guess it was a language problem because they couldn't understand each other. Maybe you have any other idea? You can send it to me. Let's go to this is the last part. Safety sense. Read the article and answer the questions as usual. As I told you, one of these articles is your final exam question. So be careful about them. Advice from the CCAA of the United Kingdom. We're going to read this part, find the vocabulary, send your voice and the vocabulary that you find, send it to me and do it completely. Are the above recommendations the same or different from ICIO recommendations? What do you think? You see, you should do this part. Do you know of a serious accident which resulted from bad communication? You see the communication problem again we have in this part. Do you remember something in your experience? And why can go ahead cause confusion? And as a controller, do you listen to readback? As a pilot, do you always give feedback? You should answer the questions in this part. Completely read it, send your voice, and be careful. One of these reading is the reading question of your final exam. Have a nice time. See you.